Lo, how a rose there blooming from tender stem hath sprung, of Jesse's lineage coming, as men of old have sung. It came a flower bright amid the cold of winter, when half gone was the night. Isaiah 'twas foretold it, the rose I have in mind. With Mary we behold it, the Virgin Mother kind, to show God's love aright. She bore to men a Savior, when half gone was the night. This flower, whose fragrance tender with sweetness fills the air, dispels with glorious splendor the darkness everywhere. True men, yet very God, from sin and death he saves us, and lightens every load. Hey Yins, happy Flossmas, day 3. Happy December 3rd, 2021. I hope you're all doing well. Today's going to be more of a typical type of video for you today. I did not do any vlogging style episodes last night or today. Just didn't really have much to talk about. So I thought I'd sit down with you here as I just got home from work. It is a quarter after 20-ish after 4 on a Friday, TGIF. Happy Friday. And first Friday in December. And we're going to do a little bit of, like I said, a typical type of video. We'll intermix them throughout the month as we go along. So, like I said, I just got home from work. It is a Friday, so I'm off for the next couple of days. Hopefully we'll have a good bit of crafting intermixed throughout the day or throughout the weekend as I go. I have other priorities as well this weekend that I have to prioritize, because they're priorities that I also need to focus on. We have a big fundraiser at church this weekend that I need to attend to for a little bit of time. Tomorrow afternoon being Saturday, as well as some other things that I need to attend to, such as chores and whatnot around the house here, that will take my time away from stitching and knitting. But anyways, I have a few things that I want to show you First off, as you can see, I have two plants. Well, you can see one, but I have two plants here on my desk. One is a viewer request, so I thought I'd show you because it hasn't been seen for quite a while. This is my Bambino fiddle leaf fig, or my miniature fiddle leaf fig. It's starting to not be so miniature anymore. But I bought this last February. I ordered this online from an online retailer whenever I was first starting to diversify my plant collection. Obviously, I've been plant collecting. I've been growing plants indoors for a number of years. I've been living in this house for 6 years now, and I've had plants ever since. But I started to really diversify about a year ago, and this was one of the first plants that I did buy. And I will be honest, it's not my favorite plant. It's one I don't give very much attention to. I really kind of neglect it. Luckily, compared to most people who have fiddle leaf figs, when people neglect them, they don't take kindly to it. Mine, knock on wood, it doesn't really seem to care yet. But so this is and I decided to go with the miniature version because I don't have much space to have a giant leafed version or a standard version which has massive leaves. So this is a miniature version. You can see the leaf size is not all that big, so which I very much prefer. And it's been doing very well. For many months it did not put out any new leaf growth. But as you can see here, I do have a new leaf coming. So the new leaves come in a speckled type of look. So they have this one has like a reddish tint to it. I do also have another one here that's starting to harden over deep down in here. Where's it at? Right here. And as they harden off, the red speckles go away and they turn green. So as they mature. So this is a brand new leaf coming in. Here is where they grow from, the stem. And it's doing quite well. So I think when I bought the plant, it was maybe right. How many leaves did it? It might have been from down here. No, it was taller than that. It might have been from like right here. And that's everything that has grown since February. But it's doing really well. So that is my Bambino fiddle leaf fig, or my miniature fiddle leaf fig. All right, so the other plant that I have here to show you is my yellow Thanksgiving cactus. And as you can see, it is in bud and blooming. And so I wanted to showcase that while it was actually blooming, because the blooms don't last all that long. So I have this one potted in a clear vase. I have Leica beads at the bottom, some soil, and I use Miracle Grow cactus and citrus potting mix. I don't get paid to promote their soil. This might actually have a little bit of extra perlite added to the soil mix. You can see this one is not doing all that well. All those branches actually broke off and they're sitting over on my plant stand blooming. Not even in soil. But otherwise, it's doing pretty well. And a couple of so this plant, this is the mother plant that I bought a number of years ago off of Amazon. So you can find yellow Thanksgiving cacti if you search Christmas cactus on Amazon. But there you go. So this plant has not, I will be honest, it's not the most vigorous of plants that I have. One of the babies that I started from the break off of this plant is doing much better than the actual original mother cactus that I got from Amazon. So, but I think I've abused this one a good bit. You can see this one is not over here. This is probably dead. So, I'm not always great at plants either, but they still bloom for me. And I've learned how I get mine to bloom is that I put them outside in the cooler temperatures as the heat starts to dissipate in the early fall. I put it out on my balcony and I just allow as long as it's not freezing, I give it about a month or two of being outside so that they need to have a cool off period so that they can allow germination of the buds or whatever you want to call it. And that's how they learn that it's time to bud. So, and all of my Christmas cacti, Thanksgiving cacti that have been outside I think I put all of my plants out in September because I like to have them inside during the year because I want to look at them. But I had too many other plants outside during the summer. But when I started to bring the other plants inside, I put these outside. And so I think I put mine outside around the middle of September, and I left them out there until right before the first frost, which was probably the beginning of November. So the middle of September to the beginning of November, I brought them in. As soon as I brought them in, they started to show signs of bud. My large Thanksgiving cactus that is in the intro that has the big red blooms that I showed you on yesterday's video, that was the first time that one actually bloomed other than maybe 1 or 2 flowers on it at a year in probably 3 years. So it is proof that if you just give it a cool down period, preferably I guess outside, or if you have like a sunroof, a sun porch or something that gets cool, that will allow them to get that time that they need to bloom. All right, let me pause and we will get to the rest of the video. Okie dokie. So my progress for last night, I did work on Rheolus Red Panda. I made some pretty good progress. I was working up in the head, and here is where he got to. So I was able to fill in a good portion of his head, and we are so close to having an entire panda done. Isn't he cute? So I'm going to probably work on him more tonight. Possibly finish his face. Again, this is a Rheolus kit on 14 count gray blue Ada. This is the 14 count Ada that came in the kit. It does use the wool acrylic blended flosses that come with the kit, and a lot of it is blends. So you can see even right here in the forehead, those are all blends. Actually, most all of the reds are blends. There's very few that are not blends. A lot of these the grays are blends. Every single green on this pattern is a blend. So it's one strand of one color, one strand of another color held together and stitched with a full cross. And there you go. So this pattern does use a lot more blends than a lot of the other Rheolus kits I've stitched. That's not to say that they're all like that. I don't know. I've only stitched maybe, this is the 5th reelless kit I've stitched. So, but I'm really loving this pattern. I'm just ready for it to be done. So there we go. All right, I did get 2 things in the mail today. Well, not today. I've had one in the mail recently. I did get one in the mail today, and then I did get something in the mail a little bit ago, and I wanted to show that. So the thing I got in the mail today was a surprise. Apparently, I knew it was coming from a few months ago, but then I completely forgot about it. But a kind viewer asked if I was interested in this book, and sent it my way, but I completely forgot about it. And so Karen sent this my way, and so I really appreciate it, Karen. I did receive it, and I really, really like it. So this is Wild Animals of North America, and there's the cover, and this is a designs by Gloria and Pat. And here are all the patterns in the book. So this is a older pattern book. It got a little folded in the mailbox by my postman. Thank you, post office guy. And this book is from (1966). So, here's all the patterns in the book. I really like the bison. And the mountain lion, mountain goat. So there's a few on here I like. Will I stitch them all? Will I stitch any of them? It's hard to say, but it'll definitely go in my collection. So we'll see. We'll have to wait and see. But I do like them. They definitely kind of go along with my animal themed wall for my work office. So we'll have to wait and see. But thank you very much, Karen. Is it Karen or Kaylin? I don't know. Now I'm questioning. Anyways, there we go. The other thing I got in the mail was I've been watching Blitz Stitch. And Blitz Stitch has been stitching the Amish trilogy, or whatever you want to call it, out of the Cross Stitch and Country Crafts book, the 101 Cross Stitch and Best of Cross Stitch and Country Crafts book. And he had mentioned that it's really hard. It's a really hard book to get. So I went on eBay and was like, oh, well, there it is. So I went ahead and got it, because supposedly it's really hard to get. And will I ever stitch the Amish patterns from Cross Stitch and Country Crafts? I don't know. They're not really my aesthetic. These ones. But I like looking at them whenever he stitches them. So at least I have the patterns now. But there's also a couple other patterns in here that I really like. Such as this train engine one. The antique trains. And I should have had these marked. Does this young man's fancy not look like a younger version of me? And he has a pet squirrel and he grows flowers. Now, granted, I don't think I would wear that outfit, but he has a pet squirrel. And he's into plants. And he's got red hair. But he's got a pet squirrel. So, will I ever stitch him? I don't know. But, like, that was, like, divine. So, anyways, I got the book. It's going in my collection. So that's what I got for you today, folks. Anyways, I hope you're having a wonderful Flossmas. I hope you're getting lots of stitching time. I am having a wonderful time catching up with everyone who's making videos. I appreciate all of you checking in, leaving comments. There's lots of people out there making videos, so I really appreciate all of you who continue to support, watch, like, subscribe my channel. I will be back again tomorrow with another fun-filled video, if that's what you like to call it. And until I see you again tomorrow, and I'm shaking the desk, I hope you have a wonderful day. And as always, don't forget to always be creative.